Tested. Hey guys, Norm from Tested.
Will.
And today, this is Apps of the Week. Back to Apple iPhone. We're now in San Francisco. I gotta commute. I gotta take the train. So these are games that I like to play while I'm on the train.
This is your lifeblood.
I don't have a DS. I only have an iPhone. Great battery life. So, games.
Let's see what you got.
This is a game I am currently super obsessed with. It's Super Quick Hook. This is a sequel to Hook Champ.
Oh, you love Hook Champ.
It's a hook game. So it's basically Spider-Man, but an adventurer. So you are a guy. Let me see if I can find a good map. And you are you run across from left to right, and you hook.
You don't have legs, basically. You're just swinging.
You're just swinging. It's Spider-Man the game.
Oh, does it have
collect
ghosts?
coins? That's for racing.
Oh, nice.
And then you can every time you complete a map, you get some money, and then you can go to the shop to buy upgrades. Like I have a slide upgrade that lets me slide. I have an upgrade that lets me collect coins faster. It is super addicting, super easy. One tap. You never. Oh, and then there's a button if you want to.
Oh, so you get out of jail button now?
Yep, and you
Nice.
can recharge the rocket. Some of the levels get really hard. It's all about building momentum. Right now I have no momentum, and it's incredibly, incredibly addictive. This is a perfect 3 to 4 minute play. There's an infinite avalanche mode where you're trying to outrun or outswing an avalanche,
Cool.
And so that can last a long time. Whoa, gotta.
Does it upload like scores to Facebook or
There
Twitter or
is
something like that?
not. I don't think to Facebook. They do track scores or developer score. Yep, and you can compete against friends. No multiplayer, and there's some weird RPG element where if you go to the shop, I'll show you that in just a second. If you go to the shop, you can talk to other people on the mountain, which is kind of weird because they all have weird conversations.
Are they people
where'd you get that
players
map?
or just dudes?
Nope, just dudes. And there's some kind of story in the back. You can also buy other characters. You can buy hats, glasses.
Is this for real money or in-game currency?
In-game currency.
Okay.
Like right now, $500, and I can buy a new hook or some cool hats. The game is $3. I think it's a fair price to play or to pay for a fantastic game. I did get stuck in. There are plenty of maps, but you can't progress until you finish the previous maps or get a certain score in the avalanche mode. And the avalanche mode I found to be quite hard. But I've put in at least 6 to 10 hours just on Muni on a 5-minute per
Pretty good
session
for a
game.
$3 game.
Dun dun dun! This is Risk. Everyone knows Risk. It's an EA game, so it's a little pricey, $5, but I am so incredibly addicted to this game. I've gotten off public transportation, stood on the sidewalk just to finish a Risk game. Let's resume my game. So it is the classic Risk, as you know. Oh, this is a game I'm about to win. So let me destroy him.
Mexico is always the linchpin.
But it is, turn-based Risk. You can play with AI players. Even on the easiest difficulty, the AI is pretty good. You have to be pretty aggressive. You can randomize the start. It is the modern version of Risk, so there are Risk cards, which kind of really extend the game. So even if you feel like you're about to lose, they will give you a Risk card that will give you like 50 units.
So how long does it take to play? I mean, typically Risk in my house took like 3 days to play and usually ended up with somebody swiping the board off the table and running away.
Yep.
The same thing here?
No, actually, I think a session at most maybe an hour of real time. I like randomizing the board because that gives you a little more. I mean, otherwise you're going to use the same layout every time.
When you say randomizing the board,
Randomizing your start location.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's the United States. That's the board or the world. So you can skip past the AI players. So if I just want to do my draft, and I always take Australia, and I do my attack, and there's a nice little effect.
Looks like there's haptic responses there.
Yep. And if I'm done with my move, I can just fortify and finish. And I don't have to wait for the other player. I can tap the skip per player, or I can just jump all the way to my
So it
turn.
does a lot of the grunt work for you.
Yes, because it's all in the background. It runs really fast. You can do a little bit of zoom in. It's not quite as good. You have to actually double tap to zoom in, possibly. There you go. So it's not too responsive, but it's fairly accurate if you click different countries and territories.
It looks like Germany's about to cause some problems there for you. You might want to take care of that. But,
Yes. But then you can also
multiplayer?
save games. There is, I think, multiplayer handoff between people.
Okay.
Pass and play. Oh, there is wireless play but then you need
Two people have to have the same game
the phone.
in iPhones.
Yeah, within the same.
And if it's like EA's other wireless connect games, probably you got about 3/4 of the way through the game and it disconnects and then you're screwed.
Yep, but that's Risk. Like I said, $5. Best if you can find it on sale. But very, very addictive. Much better than Strategery, which was kind of like the Risk Lite clone.
Or that Dominion game was also kind of risky.
This is The Incident. It's Tetris meets Katamari and meets Doodle Jump. So it's Tetris in that things fall from the top of the screen and they're supposed to stack. It's Doodle Jump in that you're supposed to rise up in level and your score is based on how high you get. And it's Katamari in that the things that fall, everyday objects. So I'm just a guy and something weird is going on. You start at the street level.
Doesn't he get crushed?
And you're on the top of the screen, you see the white blinking light. You're supposed to avoid it. If you get hit in the head 3 times, you die. And when things stack up, you keep on going up until you hit this little ribbon. Whoa, a car is about to fall, or a propeller. You never know.
Do you get a falling toilet?
There are bathtubs. It's crazy things. You're supposed to catch these little balloons.
What about Daikon?
I don't know about that. But it is tilt left and right to move, which I'm not so hot on because it's not super responsive. You can adjust sensitivity, and you tap the screen to jump close to the ribbon. But you start in the street, you go up to the city, and eventually you do end up in space. The graphics are amazing. I mean, it's just really novel art.
Yeah,
it's cool pixel art, and it's pretty creative. Oh, don't want to get hit there. You can get trapped underneath the rubble, and that's one way to die. But I'm about to get a bonus. Yeah, 1 up.
Congratulations.
It's kind of hard to die if you know, I mean, if you're smart about hiding in one corner. And I haven't died very frequently yet. But there you go. Hit the ribbon, and you can. That's a checkpoint for the next stage.
Gotcha.
But if you get hit in the head, there goes the animation, and it will tell you if you get hit in the head several times. If you get hit by a car. Oh, that's a smart car. Don't get trapped. Don't get trapped.
Oh, you made it. Okay. So, what? $2 for this?
That is $2. Totally worth it. I don't see myself playing this for too long. I mean, once you get to space,
for $2,
that's the
it seems
game.
fun, though.
$2, it's fun. The Incident. This is Chopper 2. I'm getting to the Chopper. It's Chopper 2. I don't think I played Chopper 1. I want to say it's a spiritual sequel to that classic Flash game
click the mouse
where you click the mouse and you avoid the stalagmites, the green rocks and stuff. But this is a 3D game where you are still a chopper. You fly left to right. You can use touch controls or tilt controls. I like touch controls more. And you fly across terrain and destroy enemies, rescue civilians, and scientists gather information. It's a pretty deep game, even though the gameplay is relatively simple, and the graphics
cool
are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is rendered at the Retina display resolution, so it is 960 by 640. So you don't even see the pixels. I mean, there's a little bit of aliasing because it's 3D, but I am flying my chopper. You can tap on the ground to shoot. There go enemies. There are birds.
Machine guns or something now?
Machine guns,
nice.
And I can also drop bombs. And if you hit birds, your health will go down. If you fly higher up, you go slower. If you go lower, you get these cool trails. I just smashed someone with my chopper.
Nice.
But there are hazards, life bars, bases that you can repair at. The enemies will shoot rockets at you. You can die by explosions.
Do you run out of ammo?
There's a heat meter on the right side of the screen.
Okay.
And whoa, I was crashing into someone. Mission failed. My chopper crashed. But the graphics, like I said, are amazing. And there are several different locales. So there's a desert area I was just playing. There's a city area, which I have to unlock. There's a snow level, and each of these locales has 3 different stages.
Do you feel like you'd be playing this for like 30 hours, or is this just a
I think
short version?
Probably a 10, 12-hour game. I mean, if the missions aren't tough yet, but the graphics are so good that you can just wander around, shooting birds. It's really fun just to...
Who doesn't like shooting birds?
Yep. Don't crash into them. Always shoot the birds. Yes. And it makes sense. You can't shoot above you. You can only shoot below you.
Because of the blades.
The turret is below you. I do love these little cutscenes.
Yeah, it's kind of neat with the text floating through the space. It's very Zombieland.
There you go. Chopper 2. Bonus game. One more thing that I want to talk about. This is Civilization Revolution. It's not new. It came out last summer. But with Civ 5 coming out on the PC, I feel like people might want to revisit Civilization. And this game launched last year for $10. It's now only $1, 99 cents on the store.
And
So
the neat thing about it is it uses the same back engine, like the game logic is the same as on that console.
on
and PC
on
versions,
the
right?
console Civ Rev on the Xbox arcade.
So it's a smart game, is the option.
Yep, and it's touch controls. It's really deep. You have advisors to tell you what to do. Even if you've never played Civ before, it's super simple to do. Turn-based. It's a 4X game, so you could spend a whole lot of time with this. And at 99 cents, it was actually free for a weekend. But even at $1, it's a great deal.
I mean, the thing about this game is it's going to literally last you. It teaches you how to play this kind of game, and it's going to last you dozens and dozens of hours.
All right, so those are 5 amazing games on the iPhone. It actually makes taking public transportation fun. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I mean, the Android, iPod, iPhone clearly wins games.
Yep,
So
and also
I'm
some of
gameless.
these have iPad HD versions.
Oh, nice. So I can download them and play them on my iPad and they won't look janky.
Probably do that right now.
I'm going to go do that right now.
All right, see ya.